Good morning, students. Welcome all of you to BCom Part 1, that is Semester 1 Supplementary English class. Today we are going to discuss the story, that is short story, The Verger, and it is written by William Somerset Maugham. Before going to discuss the story, I would like to give you some information about the writer, that is William Somerset Maugham. W. Somerset Maugham or William Somerset Maugham was born on 25 January 1874 and he died on December 16, 1965. He was an English playwright, novelist and short story writer. He was among the most popular writers of his times or of his era and reputed the highest paid author during the 1930s. He has some outstanding contribution to the field of literature. He has written, he has produced, he has penned on some very important books, whether it be short stories, collections, or novels, or play. So, his first novel was Lisa of Lambeth, which was published in 1897. It was sold out so rapidly that Maugham gave up medicine. It means he failed and devoted his time to writing the novels and other forms of literature. It means he came into this field of literature and gave that profession of medicine. Has published a collection of short stories entitled Ascendant or the British Agent. Another short story book published by the same author is On a Chinese Screen, and in the year 1915, he published a novel of human bondage. So this was the literary creation or the contribution by William Somerset Maugham. But here, today, we'll be discussing a short story written by him entitled The Verger. From the title itself, you do not get clear idea of what is given in the story, and that is why I would like to tell you the meaning of this particular word, that is verger. I have written the meaning of this word, the verger, here on the board. Verger is a church official who looks after inside of the church and perform simple duties at the time of prayer, funerals or wedding. Means the responsibility of church is on the shoulder of the verger. He's a kind of worker there. He has to participate in the events organized in the church, whether it be prayer or wedding ceremony or even the funeral. He is a principal person to participate in all those events. In the story, you will find another word, that is vicar. First of all, I would like to tell you the meaning of this word also. Vicar. Vicar is a priest and he is actually in charge of the church. He is important figure so far as church is concerned because he is the principal person while the prayers are conducted, where there is congregation, when there is meeting and people gather in the church. The vicar guides the people. In other words, we can say he is a kind of priest or a father in the church. Then you will come across some important words. In the very beginning, I would like to explain you those words, or would like to tell you the meanings of those words. In the course of the development of the story, you will find this word, that is vestry. It is a kind of room attached to the church. You will find another word in the story, that is christening. Christening is a kind of a name-keeping ceremony of an infant or a newly born baby. Now see, now we will go ahead and we'll start the main part of the story. We'll start the story, that is The Verger. The Verger, which shown in the story, is Albert Edward Foreman. This is the name of the verger given in the story, The Verger. Actually, he is working as a verger in Saint Peter's Church, which is there in London city. It is very famous and is situated in good area. The people who are there around that church are also good. They gather in that church every Sunday for the common prayers, and other days also they come, and a vicar is also there. You'll find two vicars because the old vicar gets transferred, and that is why the post is vacant, and another vicar is appointed there. It means the new vicar is a kind of red-faced, energetic man in his 40s. Right, is a new vicar. The verger, that means Albert Edward Foreman, who is working in that church from the past 16 years, is actually a very good man. He is very sincere. So far as his work is concerned, he is very serious also, and he gives his best. There is no any complaint about Foreman or about Albert from anyone else. Neither from the vicar, means the old vicar, not from the common people. It shows that Albert Edward Foreman, who is the verger, performs his all duties in the best manner. But the problem with him is that he is illiterate. He doesn't know reading as well as writing. So this is his problem. But this problem is no more a problem, is not a big problem for anyone. Right? So the people always appreciate Albert for his sincerity. But this question is arisen when the new vicar is appointed there, because the vicar, who is a new vicar, who is in his 40s, points out this particular thing, and one day when there is the christening ceremony in the church, when there is christening ceremony, that is name keeping ceremony in the church, when the vicar performs his duty, when the vicar is finished with his work in the church, he calls Albert in the vestry. I already explained the meaning of this word vestry, that is a room which is attached to the main church. People go there, they have the meetings there. It means the officials of the church, wardrobes or such things are there. So, when that christening ceremony is over, the vicar calls Albert Edward Foreman, who is in the position of the verger in St. Peter's Church, and points out this particular thing that I will give you the period of 3 months. I will give you the period of 3 months, and within this stipulated period of time, you have to learn writing as well as reading. Actually, the problem is that Albert Edward Foreman, or this verger, had started working in the household of other people since when he was just 12 years old, and because of that, because of his career, because of all his work in the household, he could not get time to do all these things. Means he could not get time to read and write. He could not go to school, he could not go to college, and that's why he remained illiterate, or he could not learn all these things. So, another thing is that he had started working as a page boy in the household of a merchant priest. Now, you will see the word that is page boy. It is important for you to know the meaning of this word because it is a new word. A page boy means a boy employed as a personal attendant of a person of rank. It means he is a kind of personal attendant. And after that, when he leaves that job of page boy, he starts working as a butler from the age of 12. This is the age when the kids or the children go to school. They learn different things in the schools. But unfortunately, it was not in his luck. He could not go to school, and that's why he remained unqualified or illiterate. Then, after leaving this job, a page boy, he started working as a butler. He started working as a butler. Here again, you come across the word that is butler. Butler means the principal man servant of a household. He works in the household of a widow, peeress, and there are two men under him. It means he was the principal man servant in that household. So, because of all these things, could not learn, and this is the complaint. This complaint is made by the new vicar of St. Peter's Church. Now what happens? Now you'll find there is turn in the story, because when the new vicar gives him the time of 3 months, a period of 3 months to get educated, or at least to learn reading and writing, Albert Edward Foreman, takes a quick decision, and he decides to say goodbye to St. Peter's Church. It means he decides to give that job as a worker, where he was working the capacity of the virgin. Then there is a very big problem before him, because there are some savings, but it is not sufficient for him to live on, and that's why he has to do something at least. So in the state of disappointed mind, or in that state of mind when he is nervous or unhappy, he leaves the church and start going to his home. When he is on the way to his home, he feels that he should enjoy a cigarette. The name of the cigarette is also given. He wants to buy a packet of gold flake. The way in the street he sees, he searches for such a shop where he can get the packet of gold flake, but unfortunately he does not get it anywhere, because there is no any shop of either of tobacco or the cigarette. And that time he takes another quick decision to start a business of selling tobacco. He searches for a suitable room, a shop. At last he finds it, and sets up his business of selling tobacco, and he becomes a tobacconist. In this business, Albert Edward Foreman, who is no more now a verger at St. Peter's Church, because he has given that job, he has said he will not join that St. Peter's Church again, because of the words of the vicar, which has pained him a lot, which has disturbed him a lot. He starts working as a tobacconist, and he sets up his business, a shop there, and he is in profit. He earns a lot of money from that business, and he then thinks that if he can run one shop, then definitely he can run more than one shops. And this way he again surveys the city of London, and wherever he finds a suitable shop, and whenever he thinks that there is no any tobacco shop, he sets up another shop. He opens another shop again of tobacco, and this way within the period of 10 months he opens, or he establishes, or he starts near about 10 shops of tobacco. Now it is not possible for him to run all the shops, because he is just alone, and that's why in order to look after all those shops, he appoints the managers. And every Monday he goes there, he visits his own shops and collects money and deposits the money in the bank. Now after some days, the manager of the bank calls him, he when he goes to the bank, he meets the manager of the shop, and the manager asks him a question: how much amount he has deposited in the bank. Has Albert Edward Foreman any idea about that? He says that maybe some 100 or 1000 pounds. Then the manager tells Albert Edward Foreman that he has deposited or he has saved over 30,000 pounds. It is a very huge amount, it is a very big amount, it is a very big amount, and the manager suggests Albert that he should invest his money in gilt-edged securities. If he does so, then definitely he will fetch good profit, good interest on his investment. Albert thinks that it's okay. He should go ahead with this idea of investing his money in that gilt-edged securities, and the manager then gives him a piece of paper and tells him that it is a form and he has to sign those papers. Here you will find another situation for the foreman, and he tells one fact about himself that he can definitely sign, but he cannot read the papers because he had no chance in his life to go to school or to have this formal education. That's why he's unable to read the form. So at this, a man who has deposited over 30,000 pounds in the bank is not able to read the papers. And when he discloses this fact about himself, when Albert Edward Foreman tells about this fact, the manager is shocked, the manager is astonished, the manager is surprised, and he remarks what he would be if he had been able to read and write. There is a smile on his face, and with that broad smile on the face, Albert comments that he would be the verger of St. Peter's Church. Did you understand this? Because he had to leave St. Peter's Church for this thing only, because he could not read or write, and that's why he had to leave the church. And Vicar had appointed another verger in place of Albert Edward Foreman. So this is the story, the verger, and it is completed here. Please stop.